Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! Welcome back. So last episode I set up these two machines with a rad bolt generator and all the power generation, cooling system, and everything with it to send some gas from this world, in particular natural gas, but we've also have some carbon dioxide that is emitting from here, and a little bit of chlorine, which I might be able to use in that particular stable at some point. So I'm just going to have these dupes stay around for a little bit just to make sure that everything is working successfully. And then we're going to be sending these dupes back, starting some work back in Homeworld. One of the last changes I've decided to make in this world is to send a little bit of crude oil back with us. So we've been capturing some of that here. I'm just going to open up this and then create a tile there for that to pop up. And I could either send this in the rocket now, but I'm not in any rush, so maybe we'll use the interplanetary launcher to do this. So we'll connect into at least one of these guys, maybe two. I'm going to reuse this line right here as much as possible. Make sure we cut that so that it doesn't get, okay, it doesn't go anywhere. Anyway. So this goes through here. I believe this was our old water line. And then I'm going to connect into this crude, making sure that I cut this here. Otherwise, I believe some water would be coming up, which actually wouldn't be the end of the world, but we've got enough water where we are. Because we're going to be receiving carbon dioxide and chlorine from the other worlds, I'm going to add 2 extra spaces for that. So this is where all the gas is I'm going to be processing, essentially. Have that divvied up into like 4 different gases. All other gases, maybe some polluted oxygen, that may end up over here. Thinking of polluted oxygen, maybe it is time to put this in as well. Got this guy moving because we're going to put in a gas shut off for each of these. Make sure that has some power. Now I'm going to make sure these guys have power as well. Use a conductive line here. Go in like that. Do the same thing right there. So we can poke some power in here. Crude oil is now being sent into these machines. Been gathering a number of materials. Probably diamond and fossil is the most rare. Got some sand, other things going in, so what I'm going to do, just going to specify sand, or not sand, but rather diamond and fossil here. To be the last thing to capture. See, we're taking more damage from steam in these pipes from launching rovers. Just before this rover and the rocket land, I'm going to cut this right here. So I can see more steam is going to make it on the way in if I don't do that. A few pieces there of steam. Maybe I'll go and try to get those to be popped out. Actually, if we can. Maybe I'll get them to be removed this way. Ah. Just going to cut this here, otherwise that's going to go on. Okay. Try to remove some pieces of steam. Just looking at the calorie situation here on the rocket, we've got 200,000, so we're in no real rush to leave. Also, temperatures is quite comfortable, despite the fact that we're putting in lots of hot material inside this rocket. Now that I see things have cooled down a little bit, I'm going to reconnect this. Let those pumps take in any of the carbon dioxide. Oh, it might be too low. We're getting a green signal though. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I know what's missing. I also cut the pipe, didn't I? Oh, no one actually did this yet. Well, actually, we'll see. That might cause some issues. We'll see here. It's making it through. It's in a vacuum. Well, perhaps it'll make it in without causing any more damage, in which case I should probably cancel this. Do a little bit of mopping here. I see that we've got lots of igneous rock that's been brought in. Let's start bringing in some of the fossil. Do that here, priority 6. Use these, and these to store that. Don't have a lot of room here to experiment with the automation to be able to onboard this, but I'm really hoping in a future mission to definitely try that out. But for now, we've got 4 dupes. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, we probably should take these to the max. Loading in the last little bit of material from this world. Just remove the storage unit just to make it a little bit easier to grab all this stuff. As I'm bringing in all this material, noticing a little bit of a warmness, but that shouldn't be any problem for a cooling system going around. It looks like we have cleared just about everything out here and put that into the rocket. I'm going to finish up by taking some steel from this guy, and we're going to get out of here. Got this guy, 65 degrees. You know what? I'll also change this. Whoops. I'm going to change this to a different material so I can get that steel back as well. Cooling system here is very effective, so I'm going to switch out these guys here. I was a little bit nervous at the time, but I can see that lead's not going to be an issue. I'd rather get the steel back from that. I think it was just the first 2 that I created. The rest were lead. Yep. Last thing we're doing is just putting these back together, and we can take off. Alright, it has been a very long mission for these dupes. They set up this important system. It seems to be functioning just well. I'm able to get power through the night. Cooling is not an issue. In fact, we might even be adding cooling to this base overall. Let's have the dupes go in this rocket. Let's make sure that I've got all 4 of them selected for this. We're going back to the home world. All this material, plus the material that's being sent by the launcher. is I'll get the rovers with the last little bit of time, maybe just to get some various materials for a possible second visit. Sandstone, any fossil that is left could be brought in there. I think I've got that on swept only. Let's go in and look to see how long this is going to take. 0.3 cycles. And what do we get in total? 30 tons of fossil. A lot of igneous rock. 150 tons almost. Lead. We did come here with a good bit of lead, but I think we've got some more on the way back. So 61 tons we're taking with us. 36 tons of sand and 48 tons of sandstone. That was for the hatches. All right. Waiting for these guys to arrive. I can see that construction has been, well, slow. Probably because there's just so many stables that need to be attended to. Oh, we've got a leak. Water. Everywheres. What temperature is that possibly? Maybe not ice. Okay, bizarre. Maybe that was just a pipe that was broken. We're not able to get a speed boost because we've got this guy in the way. Not sure if that'll be dug out by the time these guys get back, but it's not going to matter. It won't take them too long either way. They are currently, oh yeah, just less than a minute. Just about to get our dupes back. So these are 4 dupes that are really skilled. So having them back is, oh yeah, natural gas. Let's see, I guess technically, yeah, we had, I thought we had put some natural gas in here. Maybe that didn't leak while we were back here, right? Couldn't see how. Perhaps not. I mean, it was a mission to get an interplanetary launcher going. I guess we'll have all our natural gas with that. All right. What do I need to do? Once these guys arrive, I guess we can, the little bit of gas that is in here, we can connect a pipe up to take that out. Maybe we'll combine with this pipe. Let's just check that this is actually going to the correct place. A little bit of a change there. Okay, we need to finish up some construction down there. Very much need to finish some construction here. Now that engineer is here, that should be a little bit easier, but you know, you should really be putting on your Atmo suit. I know they're quite anxious to get ready to build this thing, because we've got these little payloads all over the place. Let's go inside a rocket, I think. There's... oh yeah, fridge. Let's take this out of the fridge, because we're not going to be traveling for a little bit. Otherwise, that's just food that's going to go bad. I see there's a rotten burger from before. Let's just take that out of the rocket. The bins. Let's, I think I have that swept stuff, so I'll just dump that on the floor. So that the dupes want to access it, they can. Copy that on all the bins I was collecting some material with. Oh yeah, that's steel. Let's not add, we might want our steel. Yeah, we'll just empty all this stuff. Just so that dupes have access to everything they can. Okay, we've got a vacuum in here. Excellent. Natural gas will go out at some point. I think we're set on that. That being the case, I will go get us a rover so we can kind of speed up the construction on this asteroid. I have a trapped dupe. Having to click on deliver suit here. See, no suits were put in here. I think that was, oh, that's for lead suits. This is for, there's an wait a minute, there's an Atmo suit here. auto sweeper's not doing it, possibly because someone is running over to do it for us. Maybe this rover. Make these high priority. Oh, it might be because the priority of that is higher? What? Don't take one away. Someone please provide an atmosuit over there. Okay, they were stocking that here, but hoping pilot is going to help us out right here. They're kind of are, but not in a sustainable way. Oh, here we go. Astronaut has one they're providing in here, and the auto sweeper finally is going to put it there. There we go. Well, this guy, we've got two problems, and a bigger problem that's going to be on the way. First of all, these guys are too cold, or at least this one is, but the overall base is about 18 or so. That is, and water we needs to be a bit warmer. This is a critical thing. This individual one, though, is a little bit too wet. We've got salt water 96. I have to be careful. I don't want to. Well, no, I should be fine. Let's start off with a little bit of mopping. Hopefully save this guy. And then I need to worry about what I'm going to do with temperature control. Get someone here to mop. Don't want you to mop up everything, though it's probably taking a very long time to do that anyway. It's probably enough. Okay, the plant is happy with that. Liquid is just not happy with the temperature. This is not something I even thought about. I'd love to put in some insulation around here, but the only thing is, let's see, just checking while I'm here, the pressure is quite high. I'll still take one of these out. Only thing is, maybe the best thing to do is just to change this guy to run at, let's see, 23. I think I've got, oh, I've got this one too, though. This one too. That is, that'll stop adding excessive amount of cooling here, but I may have to do something else. I'm going to think about that. I think the first thing I should do is probably stop sending the cooling line through this area here. Now, I had it brought up here. I'm going to actually get rid of this. This is the bottle emptier for nuclear waste. I thought to myself, why not just, if I'm putting solid nuclear waste here, why not just do the same thing? I've got some rovers to go through, but why not just dump it right here? Rid of these two guys. And then I can, I don't need to worry about cooling the top of that off. It really doesn't matter about that. I just need to get this guy. Now I don't want to go through here because this is another area I want to keep warm. So maybe if I can kind of go directly up like this. Next to the water. See, this is an old line here. Let's take this out. Just make sure we don't cancel those bridges. rid of this. I never actually hooked this up. Interesting. Okay. Maybe we should. Another electrolyzer. This guy's finally getting some water. Oxygen situation is good, but nonetheless. Got one of these guys that are not set. There we go. Get these eggs out of the stable. Yes, that should make you guys not crammed anymore. What about you guys? Oh! What happened here? Crowded. 10? 10 of it? How? Maybe that was during the one of the construction over here. I didn't catch that. Okay, let's do an attack and an attack. Where are we with calories? Let's see, frost buns. We've got lettuce. So meat still seems to be a limiting factor. So I'm going to aim to get this running. Maybe I put in... I'm going to make this a stable, but I want to move you guys out. See, we have more blossom seeds. So we'll make this a stable. I'm going to send you guys up here. So I don't want you to lose your wild status. Okay, so these guys are now happy. These guys are happy. What about up here? Okay, good. Good. Glum, but still. Maybe we... No, that's a 6. How many do we have of you guys? 2 of 5? Oh, you're probably... We need a prince. Okay, hopefully a young prince. 56. 60. 55. Actually, there is... Let's just move you in here. I can move that at the highest priority. What about the pips? I don't see a lot of you guys. Maybe there is enough, but 4 of 8. Should get a... Oh, I bet I know. Just have a lot of cuddle pips. No, we have cuddle pips selected. And what about here? Pip. And okay, wait a minute. Unless there's just a shortage of labor, now that we've got more dupes back, maybe that'll take care of itself. But this automation is true, so this should be done. Let's make that a 6. Maybe that's the issue. So yeah, we need to stock these guys up. What about you guys? 8. Glum, but we'll get someone, a veterinarian, in the room attending to you guys. So that is good. My plan is to see if we can get back... Oh, we have a lot of water. Didn't we? Somewhere. So I still have no idea where that came from. But my plan is to get up to at least 1 million calories in Frost Burgers. We're at 600,000. And then I will see about getting the 12th dupe. Very much would be appreciating if we could get this going too. Just so we can get all those packages in one spot. Before I think to start operating this, I should probably put in, see how much heat it produces. 500, that's not too bad. I think we should be able to get a conductive panel for that. Maybe we'll even put in 2. I arrange this? Let's go up like this and down like that. And we'll put in a line that goes like this. Now, I won't be able to get liquid. Oh no, I can just go further down. So I can get some crude oil there. Go and connect with this line. Making sure we don't get involved with that. I'm just going to reverse this just so I can... hold on, what direction are you going to be going in? Should be clockwise. Let's do that. We'll reverse this a little bit. I'm going to try to see if we can get away with lead. And then we're just going to have normal jump overs like this. Just in case we want to establish that nuclear waste line again. I think we probably will. Connect into there. Try that again. There we go. See a conductive pipe there. I might not need any more. Actually, speaking of which, I don't think I set nuclear waste liquid to go yet inside the area over here. Oh, it didn't even get... Never mind. It didn't even get built. I'll be back there. Let's just make sure that everyone can access everything here with ladders. And I might need to do down here as well, possibly. So that takes care of cooling this guy off. I'm not operating at the moment, so we're not in a rush on that. Now let's see about going directly here. I think first of all, let's make this change. Just to make it a little bit easier. So we've got the prince in here. Hoping that's going to lead to this guy. What is, yeah, they're pretty much only laying prince eggs. So this fact that the prince is back, that will start to change to get more dense puffs. Let's change the cooling line, which actually is not operating at the moment. Need to figure out what's going on there. But I'm going to direct this to go more directly up like this. Do a cut here. Cut there. And we're going up clockwise like... Connect into this. The separation right there. And I'm going to disable the loading of excess or extra brine right now. Because we might have a little bit too much. Although we're going to get extra slack up here actually. Yes, we gotta get over here and visit this guy. And get all that working. Let's see. Let's let that construction finish and we'll see where we get. Now that we've got the beacon on, expecting all the interplanetary payloads to show up in this area. You can see that we've got some ladders we've got to get built in this zone. Another little section here we've got to connect to get this cooling line running. Maybe we'll actually just go through some tiles here like this and this along the way. Maybe put a conductive pipe right there with that electrolyzer. that's also part of the cooling. Might as well change that out to go like this instead. Jumping over this. Putting a little cut right here. And a conductive radiant pipe lead will be fine right there. Might as well take away that old pipe. Just before I do these guys. Wait, what are you doing in here? Technically, you should be fine because we've got this growing. You know what? Yeah, let's attack because the counter will be off. Currently, I only have 6. That's why I was doing some construction. Still thinking about getting more blossom seeds before we actually make a change there. So what I'm going to do is send water up here to these 3 guys. Let's see, that guy didn't make it back. Maybe that's a good thing. And with more blossom seeds, I'll maybe expand in this direction. These guys have some. Maybe I'll give you guys just one more, just to make sure you've got enough food. Oh no, up here rather. And with that, I'll get this back up to 8. Let's look at overall temperatures again. 22. We're just at the scary mark. I might actually... Where did I set this? 23. Maybe I even set this to be 24. Leave this guy to be 23. It's currently off anyway. It's warm enough in there. The other thing, I want to be alerted if this really does get above. I want to put that right there. And I'll get something to scream at me if we get way too cool temperatures. Perhaps, for the short term anyway, we put in a space heater. Make that a gold amalgam, though I'm going to have it set to be running next to a thermo sensor. And that can run if things get a little bit too cool. Though my thinking is this, hopefully this will just be a short-term system. Let that go. Let's see, where did we get with our piping? It is making its way around finally. There we go. Now I want to see all this drain out. Yep, perfect. That's good. Clean this up. A little bit of cleanup here. Let's just check that this is making it up to this guy. Yes. I think that was installed at 45 degrees. It's... why? Maybe... I'm trying to understand why... When this stuff lands... I see that the dupes or rovers have been putting all the stuff in. It's possible that this stuff has just been... This is unreachable. 53 degrees. Okay, that's interesting. Was not expecting that, to be honest. What did I make that out of? Gold amalgam. Goodness, thankfully. Well, we're probably not going to have an issue down here, actually. Okay. Well, 2 conductive lines. What's happening with the water? We're going in at 20. Out at 23. And the temperature is dropping. Can I see the actual... okay, here we are. Alright, I'll keep my eye on that, but I think we're okay. That actually might help us, oddly enough, in the current situation, trying to fight with this to stay warm. So this is going through again. I'm going to take that back. Get rid of a little bit of that. Now I will reconnect. Now that I've got that all done, just in case I need a new top up of coolant. We'll do that right there. Okay, back over here. Where did we end up? We want to grow some of this up here to get more bristle blossom seeds. Maybe I will actually bring you back to attend to the additional seeds here. Bring you over as well. And this sensor here is currently 24 degrees. Let's say if it ever goes below 23, I want to know. And I'll say water weed too cold. And scream at me if that happens. Let's say if we ever go below 23, this can run, which is currently the situation. Oddly enough, I took this cooling line around, but since it's actually 23, that may have been actually something I would want to keep. These guys are producing some heat, actually. Oh, that's why I put that there. Well, I know I spent a little bit of effort to take that away, but I might actually bring it back. Should be pretty simple. All I need to do is do this. And do a cut right there. Copy this while I'm waiting for some more blossom seeds. Just gonna put that in there. Let's do a check here. Make sure you guys are also fine. I see 2 hatches in here. Perfect. This is definitely something that I want to get set up. So liquid nuclear waste, if you see that anywhere, is high priority. Have it dropped off right in here. And no need to pump it, because it can just be stored in here until, well, I guess this pump decides to pick it up. How radioactive is this zone? 2,500 or so. Maybe I will let this run for a little bit so we can increase that. Let's disconnect this guy. This was the pump that was moving some salt water over. Can do a little bit of mopping up too. Sending the normal water from the bottom of the base into storage again. Whoa, this guy is a bit warm. 47. How warm is this temperature down here? 38. Ooh, okay. That's a bit of a dangerous situation. Let's just get rid of that pump, actually. I wonder if this is going to be a concern. You made of lead. Just to be safe, let's change some material. Hold on. What are you Oh, you're filtering based on temperature. Yeah, we're not worried about water freezing in pipes at this point. No concern. This guy probably has not ran in the longest of time. So that only goes off if it's below 7 degrees. But I'm actually concerned about this getting more than 75, though. We should have cooling line. Actually, there's literally a cooling line right above it. What should I do? What should I do? Well, just to make sure everything stays safe. Let's change this out if nothing else. And this, I'll do the same thing. I don't even know that this machine probably need it, but gold amalgam would be a little bit safer.
Bit of a mop up here. And a rover needs to be, several rovers rather, needs to be instructed. So we don't have any dense eggs because this Puff Prince was not in this room for a while. And I think I might, maybe, be able to fix this situation in an automated way. We'll see. So this is my thinking. First of all, I'm just going to move this guy over here. I'm launching cleaner up in space just so that they can make some databanks. It could be up there for a few cycles, so let's just make sure that I give them access to a little bit of food. And look at that, they're already making some databanks. Not expecting to need a whole lot of databanks to complete Radbolt propulsion. I'm going to take the settings from here and just copy that over there. And we can disconnect this guy. And this is what I'm thinking. What if I put in 2 of these guys? So I can put a maximum of 6 of these guys in total. We're putting 5 dense puffs, and ideally 1 of these guys. So what if I said, when I have 5 and only 5 critters, give me a Prince Puff. So I'm going to put in, it's not perfect, but we'll see if this goes. So I'm going to put an AND gate. Now, if that condition is met, I might even need that to be like for a certain amount of time. Then we can run the pickup station. Because there is the chance, like if you've got 5, if I've got 5 of these guys in here, I know they're all dense puff. Well, how do I know that I don't have, for instance, 4 dense puffs plus 1 Prince Puff? I think that's where a buffer is needed. So I'm going to give, assuming, well, right now I don't have a lot of these guys, but once I have these guys up again, I'll have a little bit of a filter that gives time to take a dense puff, which would take us back up to 6. Say if there was one of these guys in 4 of the dense puff. That's maybe the best I can do for my thinking for the moment. So let's put this in then. I'm going to connect that right here. Connect this right there and this right there. I just have to choose a good amount of time for that. So my idea here, currently we're getting a green signal. I don't want that actually. Let's say if we're ever above 99, that's not going to be true. We'll just have this set to false. I'm going to have to wait for this to, or dense puff eggs to populate in actual critters in there. Now I've got this prince in here. They are, yeah, they're young enough. Let's see if this is cross them. Yeah, dense puff 24. There we are. This is good. So they're upping their chance of dense puff eggs. I think that's going to continue to go up. Once that gets high enough, maybe we could give this a full try. The thinking is, if I've got 5 and only 5 for like, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes, that means that this guy must be missing. Therefore, we will enable this in that particular case. And I think if this is one of these, there's got to be a dense puff, and one of them's the prince. So that one's the prince. That's the puff. Actually, no longer you. Should be. You definitely have to have dense. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna come back to that. Now that may not be perfect, so I might put in some automation to tell me when these critters are missing. Or maybe we've got too much as well. Maybe both. So let's put in this. And then we'll connect this to a buffer. So once this system goes live, this guy can shout at me if it's just not working out the way that I think it's going to work. So actually, oh, hold on. This is going to be an OR, so we'll connect that to that and that to that. So I can't actually set this up right now because I don't have the correct number of critters. But I can do half the side of this. So basically, if I have too many, if you take the number of critters and eggs, and we're above 6, then that's a problem. Now, I've got to account for the fact that the auto sweepers take a certain amount of time to take eggs out. So that's what this is. Maybe we'll say, we'll figure out maybe 60 seconds. I'll try that now. If I'm getting a lot of false messages or false warnings, I'll up this value. And then this side of it, if I'm ever getting below 6 for a certain amount of time, then I want to be alerted. And let's just say, take me right to it. And I'll say stable problem. Either we're either crowded or we're too low. Now, the only thing is, currently we've got 3 of these guys. I'm thinking, well, what's the age here? 63 and 60. Yeah. Well, I will keep this at maybe just 2 for now. I'll say if we're ever below, no, let's say at least 3. If we're ever below 3 for a minute, let me know. Or if we're ever above 6 for a minute, let me know. Just so that when I try this out, I'll have some sort of automated notification that something went wrong. So I cannot get over this idea. I've been playing this game so long, and I'm only just thinking to do this with stables now. How is that even possible? I'm like, I can't even tell you, like, seriously. Every stable is going to get this set up. Basically, 2 of these guys, and I'll just have the notification screen. In fact, why not even do the same? Maybe there's not enough room for these guys. Oh, this is so weird. But I could technically make it happen over there. What else do we have? The pip stables. Yeah, any of my stables could just tell me if something goes wrong for like a period of 2 minutes down here as well. Now, I'm going to want to make this out of steel, but still. Because it's very hard to detect when something's wrong. I mean, if you've got an egg, it could be hiding behind one of these guys, and you don't know. Maybe you've got an auto sweeper that can't reach something, such as that used to be in that stable there. Or maybe you've got 8 or rather 9 critters in here. Unless you're actually clicking or hovering over them and seeing that they're not crowded, you wouldn't know. But you could just put in a notification system. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go install this on every single stable. And I think this is one of those moments too where any of my playthroughs, anytime I'm playing this game, this is a must-have, and I still cannot believe that I have not done this until just now. Alright, so each one of these will get a buffer, and I'll go around with the equipment to get it to yell at me if something goes wrong. Okay, I just noticed that should be a filter. And now I'm questioning, did I make this a filter? Let's see, automated wire LED output filter. Yes, that's a filter. Okay. Let's go around and put filters in each of these locations. So I've added this design to every single stable that I have. One up here. I'm going in over here. I think the these guys, right? This is going to be more funny one. This is I don't think there's a single room. The actual notification equipment though doesn't technically need to be in here. So we'll put in a buffer. Where should I throw the notification? Maybe just right out the side, like this. And then I'll connect some automation wire from here to here, here to here. And this is going to be needing a bridge. Now I just need to wait till each one of these is built and apply the appropriate settings. I think it's 8 in every case, except for the puffs, but these are already set anyway. Wishing I had to put this on earlier, because the thing is, if you have your stable crammed and you're relying on meat as your primary thing, that could happen for a very long time before you realize, wow, okay, this is an essential thing to a stable which has not been there. Let's see, let's design one, and then I'm going to copy the settings everywhere else. So the two things we want to check is, if we're above 8, we should not be above 8 for a certain amount of time. We'll give the auto sweeper a certain amount of time to clean up. But we should also not be below a certain amount too. So now the below should not count eggs. My critter count should never be below 8. And I've got to give the dupes a certain amount of time to pick up one of these guys and bring it in. 60 seconds might not be enough, and if I'm getting a bunch of alarms, I'll, well, we'll make an adjustment at that point. So I'll put that in at 60 seconds. So if one of these conditions is true, so let's just double check again. Critter count in eggs is above 8. Either too many critters are being thrown in here, or the auto sweeper for some reason not picking up eggs. I want to know. Or if we're below 8, the restocking process just isn't working. Again, I want to know. I'll call it stable problem. And I can start investigating if that happens. All I need to do now is just copy this, and I'm going to apply that on each of these. Maybe make a standard left side. Checking for this along the way. Keep putting in buffers. What do you mean filters? I just went and applied the settings on each one of these. So now when I've got either too many eggs, critters, or I don't have enough critter notification. What's that? Hold on. Stable problem. Is this not working out? We've got, if we're below 8, just critters, or the current count is 9. Oh, yeah. I mean, so a couple things. First of all, I noticed these critters are floating here because I'm assuming that now that the liquid is higher, they're floating above it. But yeah, that's exactly what I want to see. Well, not really. I don't want to see eggs down there, but I want to be notified, certainly, if there is eggs. Two things we could do. One, I could just pump this liquid out of here. But if it ever rose again, this is just going to happen. This is an indication that I need auto sweepers. So if I put in one there, what is this? That's exactly what I want. This guy's reaching all this. Then I just need one more over here. And that unfortunately means we need another loader. Okay, look at this. I had no idea this was a problem. Let's just go through that like that. So, and double check I made all this out of steel. And make sure we get some power to all these components. I thought for a second that I had an error in the logic, but no, I actually have an error in the stable that I want to know about and fix. So that means these guys are cramped. I still can't get over. I'm only just figuring this out now, but it is what it is. Now I'll have stable identification when something is out of place. Let's turn our attention now down here. So this is where I'm going to be collecting gas from my launcher back on the other asteroid. We're going to have two pumps. Got to be... so we're going to go in from the bottom. So we're going to have one of these pointing up at each loop. Okay, yeah, thank you. I get it. Maybe, what should I do? Alright. Come back to that one. I almost think this game needs like a to-do thing, like a little reminder. You click on it and type something that says do this later, like a sticky note. Anyway, what was oh yeah, we were down here. So we want to get the piping in right. So we're going to point up. We're going to be checking the type of gas just before each of these. We've got to have some logic pointing into each one. That's going to require some power. That already looks like it's in place. Connect into there. What? Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? Uranium ore. Maybe someone dropped it. Oh, this is actually a bad... Oh my goodness. This is not good at all. And we had a hydro sensor that melted because it was lead. Wow. Wow, this is not ideal. Alright, where is my closest petroleum? Let's move that there. I see some sour gas. Thought that was a stable warning going off again. I would have preferred that. The liquid here is gone too. Petroleum is missing in both places. Let's just double check that we're dropping off liquid, but the solid one. Maybe I'll up the priority to an 8, but okay, we gotta fix this pronto. Waiting for some mopping. Heat slowly getting out, so I need this moved over here. As fast as possible. Okay, with that, let's destroy that tile right away. Oof, okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad the system let me know, but not super excited to see that it was broken. I'm certainly going to put this notification back just in case that's needed again. So we're going to put the logic here. Just hold on a second. Hold on. If you're above 0, let me know. It should be false right now. Okay. And this is where something could go wrong, so I'm going to put this like that. So any of these eggs should be... This guy can access that. If I put a tile there, I would need to gain a tile somewhere. I think I can just move that down then. Just gonna put a hold on collecting eggs until then. All the little complications in this game. So now I've got this auto sweeper going in here. It can't access the eggs that are going to be sitting up there. That's what I want to see. So now I'm going to click on here. Click on that. So we should have the correct number of stables. Eggs are gone, so I'm going to set this back up. What did I do? 8. So I'm going to say for above 8. Current count. Current count is 19. What? Is there just... Oh, the eggs are right there. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, that will be fixed in a second. So all these eggs are being picked up. It's going to be brought into this guy and ultimately dropped off there. So as that happens, once it gets into this tile here, we should get a count of 8. And going. These critters should lose their crowded effect once we get there. So we're at 8. We're still crowded. Hold on. Something is still wrong. Is there an egg somewhere that I just cannot see? I am confused. Where? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you cannot meet. That's fine. Current count is 9, and we're... Hold on, let me just temporarily do this. Storing 9 of 8. What critter is in here? That is not a molten one of these guys. Maybe just the... You. Oh, you were probably born from one of the eggs that was down there. Okay, gotcha. All right. So many things can go wrong in stables, seriously. I only am now just thinking I'm getting the basics of stables. And I've been playing with them for far too long. Now I've got an alert here. What is going wrong with this stable? We're at 7. I am getting the true signal here. So this is probably just... Oh, well. Yeah. What are you going to do when you don't have any adult critters? I almost need like a... This might be too much to bother doing. I almost need something here to say I don't have adults. Of course... I don't think there's a way to do that. And what's the situation over here? 5 of 8. How come we're so low? Maybe I just need to get Maybe I'm not having enough eggs. Let's try 20. Unless possibly the critters were all in cycle and they just expired at the same time. But all right, I'll try that. Down here we are 0 molten. That's the wrong type. 8. If you're above 8, including eggs, let me know. If you're below 8 critters, let me know. For 60 seconds. Okay, so that's set up and currently is false. These guys are actually groomed and happy, not crowded. Looking after critters is quite a job. Alright, goodness. Let's get back to gas filtering unless I get some sort of alert. I gotta get back down there. So we're going to push gas in of each of these types. And then we'll have an override going out like this. I might, what am I going to do here? I almost have, do I have a use for them yet? Why don't we just, we'll build this much and store it and not worry so much about where it's gonna go, because we can always reroute those pipes above after. I just need to find some liquid to put in here. Got some liquid going in there, so let's put in our logic and make this our chlorine storage. And the one here, this is gonna be carbon dioxide. Then we'll have to have this pipe going in here and up. Let's not connect to whatever it is that. So we're going to be going down from the payload opener. Going like this way, up, 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 up. Not connecting to that. So a little bit of natural gas, that's fine. That's if that's going to go through. But right to this guy. And I don't want it to run just yet, so I'm going to just cut it right here until we're ready to go. Can open up that. We'll seal this up. We need to create a vacuum in here if I want to keep this pure. Maybe I'll do this. Output that here. Starting to pump out the oxygen so we can get in a vacuum in each of these locations. I would think that we definitely have enough data banks. So let's get that back on the ground and the scientists can complete our research. Fantastic. I'm going to destruct this. Do a little disconnection right there. We've got our gas on the way. So this is all the gas from the other world that we're gonna just start processing and filtering now. So this is an exciting moment here. Are you ready? Let's do this. Build this little pipe that's missing. And nothing's gonna happen. Maybe I just... Oh. There we go. Alright, so there is the natural gas, chlorine. I see some other stuff. All the others should be going down here. Natural gas should be going up here. Chlorine, carbon dioxide. Yep, they're all going to the right places. Make sure hydrogen makes its way down here. Polluted oxygen as well. Hey, look at that. Gas from another planet. Fantastic. Alright, and this guy has probably already consumed a little bit of chlorine. But that will start to fill this area as we get more and more. Here's another piece going in. Yes, yes. Alright, so I've got chlorine. I've got another storage of carbon dioxide from the other asteroid. This is so cool. What's so cool about this is this is all coming from this guy over here. And let's actually check in on this. First of all, let me look at temperature. It's staying nice and cool. Even this guy, we're like very cool temperature. Ooh, we got water in there. It's almost too cold. Maybe I will actually raise this to 25. No, no, no. If you're... Why are you going off? Okay, it's off. Is it off? Did we find a problem? Yeah, we did. Okay. Thank goodness. I just stumbled upon that one, but look at that. Yeah, I had a connection there was causing this to continually freeze this. The crude oil wouldn't really care. But ultimately, that would have made this freeze turn to ice, and I wouldn't be doing some cooling here, and I would have to come back. Ha ha ha! Well then, I got you. Little connection that wasn't there. Hopefully that's not the only thing, but yeah, I was gonna say that's surprisingly cold. Down here is even looking a little green and cool. I'm hoping that was the only little thing that needs to be fixed on this, but otherwise, everything seems to be going well. We've got lots of gas here, so this is backed up. That's I guess the question is, what's the limiting factor? Is it the number? I would say rad bolts is the limiting factor. So if I want to increase this, I might not need to, but if I did, probably coming back here with more nuclear waste, throwing it in there, would be the solution. Let's just look at our gases and pipes. So this is the source of natural gas. Oh, and look at that. We have rad bolt propulsion. Lots of great things are happening. I am quite excited. Let's just go check back on this guy. Make sure we've got our pink, orange, green, black. Fantastic. Okay. And I haven't been alerted by any of my stables, so these alerts seem to be going well. I'll just keep an eye on this. I mean, I could, if I want to know when this has been restocked. I'd have to have a jump, but that's fine. I'll have something that'll actually tell. What do you do in this situation? I mean, I could do some rearranging, but I guess I could bring this wire down. But you know what? Nah, I'll just keep an eye on that. As long as I'm noticing the dense part. Now we're talking in 63 or so instead of 40 something. This guy hasn't been causing an issue. Now we're up to 25 degrees. Let's check on the temperature of the general base. So it's going up a little bit. I did ask for it to be a little bit warmer. But it's still green, still comfortable. Well, that is all for today. So we got the dupes back from over here. this system is continuing to run, and hopefully it will continue to run since we're not freezing everything out anymore. I would say, though, despite the fact, oddly enough, that system is running, the highlight for me is just this little setup here. This is something that I could have done much earlier, and in future playthroughs, this is going to be indispensable for me. Alright, where do we go from here? I don't know. I need a break. Hopefully I will see you next time where we find out where we go. Until then, thanks for watching.